Hola a todos. Hi everyone. Bienvenidos. Welcome to today's Spanish lesson. Yo me llamo Octavio. My name is Octavio. Soy de Argentina. I'm from Argentina. And I'll be your teacher in this everyday Spanish course. In today's lesson, we'll be continuing learning the present tense in Spanish and particularly the pronominal verbs in this language. As always, I recommend you to wear audiphones in order to listen carefully everything I say. I also encourage you to write down any new word, expression and concept you'll be learning today so you can review it later. Let's get started. In Spanish, there are some verbs called pronominal verbs, which are made of a pronoun and a conjugated verb. In this case, for example, we can see amarse. A rough translation, but not an exact one, would be to love oneself. Okay? Here I can say yo me amo, yo me amo, I love myself. Tú te amas, tú te amas, you love yourself. Él se ama, él se ama, he loves himself. Ella se ama, ella se ama, she loves herself. And usted se ama, usted se ama, you love yourself. Nosotros and nosotras nos amamos, we love ourselves. Ustedes se aman, you all love yourself. And finally, ellos se aman, ellos se aman, they love themselves. And of course, ellas se aman, ellas se aman, if they are female of course, and it also translates to they love themselves. As you can see, it is basically the subject, the reflexive pronoun, and the verb conjugated in the tense. Okay, in this case it is the present tense. Okay, perfect. Let's see other examples. Here we have another translation, another example I mean. This verb temerse will be to be afraid of oneself. Okay, let's check its conjugation, but as you can see it is basically the same, right? Subject, pronoun, and the verb conjugated in this case in the present tense. Okay, let's check it out. Yo me temo, yo me temo, I am afraid of myself. Tú te temes, tú te temes, you are afraid of yourself. Okay? Él se teme, él se teme, he is afraid of himself. Ella se teme, ella se teme, she is afraid of herself. Usted se teme, usted se teme, you are afraid of yourself. Nosotros nos tememos, nosotros nos tememos, we are afraid of ourselves. Nosotras nos tememos, nosotras nos tememos, we are afraid of ourselves, but the feminine form, okay? Remember, you can always say nosotros or nosotras depending on the gender of the subject, okay? If they are male, nosotros. If they are female, nosotros. And if they are male and females, you have to say also nosotros, the masculine form, okay? Let's finish this. Ustedes se temen, you all are afraid of yourselves. And ellos se temen. Ellos se temen. They are afraid of themselves. Of course, you can also say ellas se temen. Ellas se temen. They are afraid of themselves, but in the feminine form. Okay? Perfect. Finally, let's see today's last example. As you can see, this is also useful for reviewing the regular conjugation of the present tense in Spanish, okay? It is basically the same. I want you to understand this. It is subject, reflexive pronoun, and the tense, in this case, in present, okay? Vestirse will be to dress oneself up. Okay, let's check it out. Yo me visto. Yo me visto. I dress myself up. Tú te vistes. Tú te vistes. You dress yourself up. Él se viste. Él se viste. He dresses himself up. Ella se viste. Ella se viste. She dresses herself up. Usted se viste. Usted se viste. You dress yourself up. Remember, usted is way more polite than tú, okay? So use usted when you're referring to maybe an older person or somebody you have some respect because of some reason, okay? Remember that. Nosotros nos vestimos. Nosotros nos vestimos. We dress ourselves up. Nosotras nos vestimos. Nosotras nos vestimos. We dress ourselves up. Female, remember that. Ustedes se visten. Ustedes se visten. You all dress yourself up. Ellos se visten. Ellos se visten. They dress themselves up. You can also say, of course, ellas se visten. They dress themselves up. The female variant, okay? Perfect. Now, as always, for finishing today's lesson, we have this activity here, okay? You have to conjugate the verb between parentheses according to the subject. If you don't remember what subject is, please go back to the last lesson in which I explained the concept and I also give you many examples, plenty of examples, okay? Then you have to conjugate the verb and use the correct pronoun, the correct reflexive pronoun, depending on the subject and the verb, of course. Okay, as always, you can pause this and you can go back, you can do everything that is useful to you to do this, okay? In 5 seconds, you'll have the answer. Okay, so here we have this solution, okay? Let's check the first one out. Hoy Luis y María se casan. Hoy Luis y María se casan. As you can see here, Luis y Maria is the subject. Luis and Maria. Ellos, they. You have to use pronoun se because we are talking about ellos, we are talking about they. And of course we have to conjugate that verb following the chat, the regular chat, okay? That way we have hoy Luis y María se casan. Now, the second sentence is ¿Desde cuándo tú te peinas en las mañanas? Since when do you brush your hair in the morning? As you can see here, the subject was tú. That's why we have to use the reflexive pronoun de, te, okay? And of course, verbo peinarse, which is to brush somebody's hair, okay, has to be conjugated following the tú person, okay? Because tú is the subject of this sentence, okay? The third sentence is yo me meto en el baño. I go into the bathroom, okay? I put myself into the bathroom if you wish, okay? In this case, the subject is yo, I, right? That's why we have to use the reflexive pronoun me. And we also have to use meto because we are conjugating verbo meter in the first person singular, okay? Basically that. Now, in the fourth sentence we have nosotros nos caemos en el parque. We fall in the park, okay? We fall in the park. As we can see here, nosotros is the subject, right? That's why we have to use the reflexive pronoun nos. And that's why we also have to use caemos, because it is the first plural person of verbo caer, okay? Perfect. Finally, the fifth sentence says, estos niños se visten solos. These kids dress themselves up by themselves. Dress themselves up, basically, okay? As the subject is estos niños, these kids, we're talking about ellos, right? That's why we have to use the reflexive pronoun se, and we have to use visten, right? Which is the correct form for they in Spanish, for ellos. Okay, as always, you will be finding more activities in the description box. I hope you have learned lots of things in this video. I hope you have comprehended the concept, and see you probably in 3 or 4 days with a new lesson. I've been Octavio, and goodbye.